Hey y'all out there, it's Sassy coming at you again. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the way that we conduct ourselves when talking to each other as gods and goddesses, as conscious activists in our communities and public figures. What I really want to talk about is the roles that people are trying to assign to activist women in the community. Someone got on my page today, sent me a message saying it's not my place to correct a man or speak on issues that are going on in our community because I'm a woman. And to that, I have this to say. Do you think, is it possible that you haven't arrived yet with the correct understanding as to what the woman spirit and the man spirit function is towards each other? We're complementary of each other. Do you think that Harriet Tubman could have freed all of those slaves if she would have said, oh no, I'm subject to a man. I shouldn't be doing this because this man said that I should not be doing it? Do you think any of the movements that have come about in the past would have occurred if the women that were backing those men had decided to keep their mouths closed just because their husbands told them to? Do you think that any of those great men would have accomplished the things that they accomplished if they didn't have a strong woman behind them? If you go back far enough in our history and you look, you will find on the walls that they speak. They speak of women who were heads of great societies and civilizations alongside men. When the men fell, who do you think took up? It was the women. So how dare you get on my page and try to subjugate me a second time just because you're trapped in the matrix? I'm not in the matrix anymore. I don't practice religion. I'm not looking for a head to date. I said that already twice. So I'm reiterating that. I'm not out here to find a man. Honey, look, I have no problem getting dates whatsoever. I have no problem if I wanted to go and find a husband that I would have a hard time. I wouldn't have a hard time. Because my soul is what's beautiful. Not just my face, not just my hair. If I wanted to be subject to a man, I could. But that's not what my destiny is. That's not what the Creator has for me to do. Do you really think that I'm going to subjugate myself for a second time to listen to a creation that's going to die, that's flesh and blood, just like I am? Are God souls trapped in the body? No. I'm not going to stop being an activist because your mind is trapped in the second matrix. If you don't know what that is, it's a trap that you set for yourself. Once you become awakened and you start to awaken others, and you realize that there are matrices, that there are traps out there, there are things that can trip you up along your journey, you start to look for those things and avoid them. And if you don't do that, you're going to be trapped in the second one. You're still going to be striving towards this system that we're currently in. You're still going to be trying to lead people wrong. You're still going to be mentally a slave, trying to tell women that they can't do what the Creator called them to do. I'm not going to submit myself to anyone. That's not the calling that has been given to me. If I was the type of person to be worried about what people thought of me, or worried about what might happen to me, I don't think that it would have been laid on me to do this. Obviously, I'm strong enough to handle myself. Obviously, I know enough and have been imparted with enough information to know what I'm doing and where I'm going, and I have the vision to carry it out. What we do need as women in the activist community is people to support us, not try to tell us what to do, how to speak, how to act, what to think, what to say, where we should sit. No, you're supposed to be in front of me, or beside me, or protecting me, not trying to slap me upside the head with nonsense. I don't have time for it. If there is anything that I'm saying or doing that doesn't resonate with you, because we're not vibrating on the same levels. Obviously, my waves are higher than yours, and you need to come up to where I'm at. But until you do, you're more than welcome to press that button on my page that says block, remove, unfollow, delete, whatever you want to do. You're more than welcome, because I'm going to use it too. Because I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to try to grow up what's supposed to be grown men. Okay? If we're out here trying to move the movement forward, the least you can do is be positive, not negative towards us. Obviously, if you were on your game, you would be doing the very same thing that I'm doing right now, which is speaking out, standing up, stepping up, and making things happen. If you're not the type of person that want to make things happen, please do me a favor. Just like I said to those other Pan-African brothers, go sit down somewhere in a corner and be quiet. Because if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. And honey, you don't want to see what I do with problems. I eliminate them easily, without a thought. Just as calm and as peaceful as I want to be. Even if I didn't want to listen to my God side, the God within me, everything about me would betray me. My hair would betray me. Do you think it got this long? Sitting somewhere being quiet? Look at my cheekbones. They would betray me. Look at my eyes. The seat of my soul is in there. My third eye. It would betray who I am. That my line is royal. That my spirit of the ancestors is what is guiding me. If it wasn't, I would have never started this journey in the first place. But I've been spoken to. I've been touched. I've been called. And I know that my spirit is divine. So why would I try to go backwards with you just because you're stuck? There's not a religion on earth that I'm finna sit up here and practice. And if I did want to date or find a partner, he certainly would not be the type to subjugate a woman. Okay? We're meant to be complementary of each other. We have different gifts. We have different powers that only work when they come together. But you can't do that if you have the mentality that a woman's place is to sit still and be quiet. That is just not true. History, our story, has shown that not to be true. So stop getting out here and telling people that they need to sit down and be quiet because you don't like something that they're doing or saying because they're a woman. That's just nonsense. Come on, you're going to have to do better than that, brothers. Get it together. Please, please. Once again, thank you for listening. And if I have anything else on my mind, will bring it to you hot off the presses, honey. Because I don't need no, time to think about these thoughts. They're going to come at you live and direct. In love, as always. Daughter of the Most High.